Why your dog has become reactive. If your dog went from not caring about other dogs at all, or even playing and being friendly and having dog friends, to becoming reactive and aggressive, you're likely confused, frustrated, and trying to figure out why all this is happening. And more importantly, will it go back to the way that it was? I'm Tom Davis. I'm a celebrity dog trainer and world-renowned expert in canine behavior. I travel the world helping dog owners just like you with their dogs. Now, the only difference between you guys and the people who pay me thousands of dollars to train their dogs is, well, you didn't pay any money for this. You're watching this for free. So here are 5 main reasons why your dog has suddenly gone cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs around other dogs. One of these, if not all of these, will be likely the reason why your dog is now reactive or leash aggressive on the leash. But make sure you guys pay close attention, because after I'm gonna give you the reasons why these things could be happening, is I'm gonna tell you how to overcome these. Number 1, age. If your dog has hit sexual maturity around the ages of 18 to 14 months and your dog is intact, this is likely the reason why your dog has now become like this. There are many different reasons and speculation on why dogs become reactive when they hit sexual maturity if they're intact, but this is the primary suspect. This means your dog has become who they are now. They're an adult. They're not little puppies anymore. They're big and they're protective, and these are the things that can make a dog reactive, protective, or aggressive if you do leave your dogs intact. I'm making a separate video on whether or not you should fix your dog, so make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss it. Number 2, your dog has had a bad experience. If your dog has had a bad experience with another dog, this could be also the reason why your dog is now reactive on the leash or aggressive towards other dogs. Their confidence is absolutely crushed and they're fearful now. Like the damn off-leash dogs with zero training. How many times have you guys heard this situation on my No Bad Dogs podcast? It's like clockwork. My dog is now reactive because they got attacked by an off-leash dog. It's terrible. Number 3, you talk too much to your dog. Now, this may be silly and you might even be offended by this, but listen, I have hundreds of documented footage of dog owners making their dogs more reactive and even aggressive with this type of behavior and relationship. Guys, dogs like leadership. They don't like gossip and conversation. Now, that does not mean if you tell your dog that you're gonna go for a walk or they're gonna get a treat, that they don't get excited and they don't like it and they're gonna get stimulated. But what I am saying is if you are constantly talking to your dogs, you have a really great chance of your dogs checking you out like the Charlie Brown teacher. They're just womp, womp, womp in the background. Now, dog trainers watching this, you're probably like, yep, happens all the time. And depending on the breed, this could even make your dog more protective because you've done an excellent job at making them feel like you're not in a leadership position, which is not good with the protective breed. If your dog doesn't feel like you can handle situations, it's simple. They will handle the situation for you. Now think about our lives. If something stressful or stimulating happens, your parents, your manager, your partner, or whatever crawls into a little hole because they're nervous and they don't know what to do, then your dog in this context has no choice but to step up. So leads me to number 4. Your dog doesn't like other dogs. It's that simple. Which leads me to number 5. It's all of these things, plus you do not have any training with your dog or good communication with your dog. Your basic obedience with your dog is your communication. How are you guys understanding me right now? If you didn't understand what I'm saying right now, you wouldn't be watching this video. I couldn't communicate with you. Your communication with your dog isn't actually speaking to them like a human in sentences. It's teaching them basic communication and foundational skills like sit, down, stay, and heel. But more importantly, in that process, you guys are going to be developing confidence, leadership, boundaries, and clarity. Your dog is going to know right from wrong. Your dog is going to be working with you. That's why dogs love their person, right? The person who handles the dog the most is likely the best relationship. And at the end of this video, I'm going to be giving away my Reactive to Neutral course, or if you just want to purchase it, here's a discount code for $100 off that expires at midnight today, but it's helped thousands of people with their leash reactivity and understand how to even further develop success. Now, let's start talking about how we can actually fix these problems with your dog. Now, number 1, we can't fix your dog's age, so let's just skip that one. Now, if your dog has had a bad experience, you can start building confidence through better experiences. Now, it sounds simple, but let's talk about it a little bit. You guys have to turn that ship around for your dog and make things that they are afraid of less scary. Situations that they've had bad experiences, make good experiences. That's how we build confidence in dogs, guys. Now, for example, in my experience, it's best if your dog has been attacked or had bad experiences with another dog, what you want to do is start exposing your fearful dog to other dogs, but further away. Using positive reinforcement, you can go outside far away from these dogs to not freak your dog out, and pay them with their favorite thing, their favorite tug, their favorite toy, their favorite food. And do that as often as you can to start creating good experiences. It's best to get around calm dogs, neutral dogs, but stay far away and work at your dog's pace. Number 3, understand that when we teach our dogs behaviors, they are one word, not just, hey, do you want to go for a walk? Do you want to go for a walk later? It's 9 different things. You guys can say whatever you want to your dog if your relationship is healthy, but until then, stop the small talk with your dog. Number 4, listen guys, if your dog doesn't like other people or other dogs, there's nothing anybody can do about it. No dog trainer, no dog whisperer, no 30-day reset, no board and train. If your dog doesn't like other dogs, that's it. But you can have a man-eater on the other leash that doesn't like dogs or people, and nobody would know if you had good obedience, if you had good communication, if you had good expectations, if you had clarity. These are things people don't normally have. Number 5, having great obedience means you have great communication, and your dog is less likely to become reactive or aggressive because they have good relationship, good communication, good experiences, good engagement. So you guys have to go back down to the basics. If your dog doesn't trust you, this is why they likely even became reactive and aggressive in the first place, because they simply don't feel safe with you. Or they know that you have no idea what you're doing. And again, I have a reactivity course that I'm giving away within minutes, so hang tight if you guys want an opportunity to win that. But let's recap a little bit. If you're watching this video, you have worked with maybe other trainers, or you couldn't afford other trainers, and you feel like you've tried all of these things, right? You're like, I've done all these things, Tom, it's not working. This simply means you need a coach. You need somebody that has a specialty in teaching people, you, the dog owner, how to go through these processes and how to be successful. I have that program at my Upstate Canine Academy. It's a 3-day transformation course. And if you want to take your dog training to the highest notch you possibly can and finding peace and happiness with your dog, that 3-day transformation program has done it for hundreds of dogs all around the world. And I guarantee you to give you new skill sets and a bright perspective with your dog. And I'll leave all that information in the description below. But outside of that, think about this, guys, and audit this. Do you have good obedience with your dog? Can you tell your dog to sit and they actually do it without an Italian deli? Does your dog respond to you? Do they listen to you? Do they respect you? Do they know if you say come and they don't listen, that there's accountability for that? These things matter. Think about our lives. If your dog doesn't respect you or look at you or engage with you, these are principles that are mandatory. If your dog doesn't like other dogs, that's okay. That's normal. But you have to work on your handling, your timing, your communication, or none of these things will work. And remember, please stop with the small talk with your dog. This is huge. Now, I hope this video was helpful for you guys. It's my absolute passion to help you. That's why I'm put here on earth. And if this has been helpful, consider subscribing, and at the very least, in the video, just leave a comment and tell me where you guys are from. And I'm gonna go over a key important ingredient at the end of this video here in a moment. But I wanna tell you guys, Netherlands, Europe, I'm gonna be with you guys fall of 24 and in Nashville, Tennessee, doing a seminar. All the tickets and information is linked in the description below. And I'm giving away one person my leash reactivity course by picking one person in the comments. All you guys have to do is leave a comment and I'm gonna pick somebody. Good luck, but remember, as a closing statement, here's what I see. People come from all over the country, and when I travel to different countries and help people, they bring me these dogs. And the number one thing that I see is dog owners not having good foundation. So what that means is, if Tom, my dog is reactive, my dog has a bite history, my dog is aggressive. It doesn't matter if they're excited and they want to see other dogs and they're jumping in the air and they're spinning on the leash, or again, they may be fearful, they may be aggressive, they may be reactive. All those things are in common with not having good foundation. If you come in with these problems, these are what I call symptomatic behaviors. These are external behaviors. What's the problem? You have sniffles, you have a cold, you have a cough. What are these are symptoms of a cold, right? If your dog is reactive on the leash, barking, lunging, these are symptoms of a relationship. Now, people come to me and I say, okay, you're having all these problems, put your dog in a sit. And they can't. Put your dog in a heel from here to here. And they can't. We can't touch reactivity, aggression, or any of these advanced problems until you start focusing on your basics, until you can start really auditing that. And it's very, 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 very important to the progress, because so many people waste time and money trying to stop leash reactivity or stop behavioral problems without the foundation. And that's something that I focus on very heavily. So I wanted to throw that in as a final reminder. Please don't waste your time and your money hiring dog trainers to help you with your external problems if those people aren't going to help you on the reasons why your dog has gotten to that point. It is an absolute non-negotiable when you're working on any type of leash reactivity or aggression, or even if your dog is stimulated. Your dog sees another dog and they're getting excited and they're jumping in front of you. You tell them to heel. What's that? You tell them to leave it. What's that? You tell them to sit. What's that? Very, very important. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this was helpful, and we'll talk to you next video.